Good evening, Miss Nisha. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us in this interview session. We truly appreciate your willingness to participate. And before we begin, allow us to briefly introduce ourselves. My name is Nuri Adila binti Norma Isori, and today I am here with my partner.
Hi, my name is Elisha Aimi binti Cik Muhammad Noor.
We are currently pursuing our studies in Diploma in English Communication at College Professional Mara Seri Iskandar Perak. And this interview is conducted as part of our assignment for the Pragmatic Intercultural Communication subject. To begin, could you please introduce yourself and provide a brief overview of your background?
Sure. Greetings. My name is Nishan Muragan. You can call me Nisha as well. I'm 20 this year, and I'm a second child in my family. You want me to explain more about my background? Yeah, I'm a friendly and social person who enjoys
Okay.
being around positive vibes. I always try to learn new things and stay motivated from whatever I learn in my life lah.
Okay, moving on to the next question. Would you mind sharing a bit of the background of your studies?
Sure. I study secondary education at Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Bandar Aztec. Later, I pursue my studies at STPM at SMK Dato' Muhammad Said for 2.5 years. And I'm currently pursuing my studies, which is degree in Bachelor's of Entrepreneurship in Logistic Trade and Distribution at University Malaysia Kelantan, UMK as well.
Okay, moving on to the next question. If you speak more than one language, do you feel like your personality changed a bit when you switch the language?
Yes, I do feel a slight change in my personality when I switch language, as you ask. For example, when I speak English, I tend to sound more formal lah, and careful with my words. But then when I speak with my native language, which is Tamil, I feel more relaxed, expressive, what we call say like emotionally connected. It's like each language brings out a different side of me. English make me more confident and professional, as you all know as well, because English is a one of the biggest language that everyone can use in worldwide. So while my native language makes me more warm, personal, and more comfortable as well.
Okay, so you mentioned that you feel more confident when you're speaking in English and warmer and comfortable when you are speaking in your native language, which is Tamil. And how do you decide when to use which language in different situation?
Good question as well. I usually decide based on the environment and the people I'm communicating with. For example, for formal settings like schools, presentation, meetings, or online communication, I prefer using English because it's feel more structured and universally understood lah. However, when I'm with my family, close friends, or in a casual situation, I naturally switch to my native language, which is Tamil, because it's feel more personal, as I said earlier, right? Emotionally attached. Sometimes I even mix both language when I want to express something more naturally, and it helps me connect better with my different peoples.
I see. Thank you so much for your insight. Moving on to the next question. In your opinion, how do you perceive and value time?
In my perspective, uh, the concept of personal space, right? Personal space varies
No, it
culturally.
is time. Yeah.
Oh, time. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, time.
Uh, in my perspective, I value time as one of the most important resource in my life. Not only me, especially, okay? I try to use wisely, balancing my studies, personal growth, and time with my family and friends. To me, time is something that on loss can be replaced. So I try to be punctual, plan ahead, and stay productive, but also make some space for rest and meaningful moments lah.
Okay, moving on to the third question. The concept of personal space varies culturally and can cause discomfort in intercultural interactions. Please describe a time you felt your personal space norms were being challenged and what strategies you used to maintain your comfort or manage the situation without causing offense to the other person.
Pardon?
Okay, I explain again, yeah. The concept
Mhm.
of personal space varies culturally and can cause discomfort in intercultural interactions. So, can you please describe a time when you felt your personal space norms were being challenged and what strategies you used to maintain your comfort or manage the situation without causing offense to the other person?
Okay. Uh, Once during a group project or with a classmate from another culture stood very close while talking to me. I felt a bit uncomfortable because I'm used to having more personal space during conversation, right? So instead of stepping back, suddenly I gently adjust my position by moving slightly to the side and using my open body language to keep the conversation natural. This helped me maintain my comfort without making the other person feel awkward. Because sometimes it's hard to voice out right our opinions to others as well. So yeah.
After that experience, do you try to be more aware or adjust differently when interacting with people from other cultures?
Yes, sure. The experience made me more culturally aware. Now I pay closer attention to people's body language and how they interact with others before assuming anything. I try to observe what seems comfortable for them and adjust accordingly. For example, um, okay, if someone seems used to standing closer while talking, I remind myself not to take personally and just part of their culture norm, right? I've learned that being open minded and respectful helps build better communication across our cultures.
Okay, so
So, yeah.
now can you recall a time when you misunderstood someone just because of the way they communicate in terms of tones, languages, or style? Please please explain your experience to us.
Do you mean by the way they're communicating with me like a tone language?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, once a friend spoke to me in a tone that sounded annoyed, so I thought she was upset with me. Later, I realized that she was angry, and that's just the way she usually talks when she focused or tired. It taught me that tone and expression can vary a lot between people, and so always better to ask for clarification instead of assuming something negative, right? So it's giving me mental peace as well.
Okay, great answer. All right, last question. Question number 5. Have your family encouraged open discussions during disagreements or tend to avoid them? How has that shaped the way you deal with conflicts now?
Conflicts. Okay. My family encouraged me open discussion, but always with respect. We were taught to express our opinions calmly and listen to others before reacting. Okay, because of that, I've learned to handle conflicts by communicating clearly and trying to understand the other people's perspective, especially their opinions, rather than avoiding the issues. So it helps me solve problems in a mature way and positive way. I think not only my family, but almost like every Asian family do these things as well.
I see. Okay, this is a follow-up question, yeah. Have your ways of handling conflicts helped you when dealing with people from different cultural backgrounds?
Dealing with different culture background.
Backgrounds, yes.
Definitely, learning to communicate with other people calmly and respectfully at home has helped me manage misunderstandings in intercultural situations too. When dealing with people from different backgrounds, I try to listen first and understand their point of view instead of reacting emotionally, as I said earlier, right? I believe showing empathy and patience helps prevent small culture differences from turning into a big conflicts. My upbringing taught me that every disagreement is a chance to learn more about others and about myself also. That's all.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Nisha. I think that is the end of our interview session today.
Oh, thank you
Okay.
so much for your time. We really appreciate it, for your willingness to be our interviewee for this session.
All right. May our path cross again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Nisha.
Okay, good. Is it like naturally or